Hello, this is Chan Lei, and today I'll be going over the mole concept. A mole is simply a specific amount of anything. The number we use to determine a mole is Avogadro's number, which is 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd power. Similarly to how a dozen is 12 of anything. The mole concept was created in order for there to be realistic sample sizes to work with in laboratories. The molar mass of an element is equivalent to how much 1 mole of that element weighs. The molar mass of every element is given to us on the periodic table. Here are some examples of how 1 mole would look like in real life for a couple of familiar substances. Why is the mole important? The mole acts as a bridge between units. In terms of chemistry, the mole can be used to convert almost anything. The mole can be used as a conversion factor between grams, atoms, etc. Without the mole, writing empirical formulas or compounds would not be possible. In the diagram to the right, you can see some examples of the mole being used to convert moles to grams and vice versa. On the top, you can see how to find grams if we are given moles. So if we start out with 5 moles of oxygen, and we use our conversion factor of 1 moles of oxygen equals 16 grams of oxygen, we would put moles on the bottom so it cancels out and we end up with grams. Our end result is 80 grams. And on the bottom, if we were to find moles given grams, we would do the exact same thing in a reverse process. So if we take our answer from the first problem, 80 grams of oxygen, and use our same conversion factor, 1 mole of oxygen equals 16 grams of oxygen, but this time we would put grams on the bottom so it cancels out and we end up with moles. Our end result is 5 moles of oxygen, just like we expected. The subscript next to an element represents how many moles of that element are present in the compound. In our example to the left, glucose is C6H12O6. This means that there are 6 moles of carbon, 12 moles of hydrogen, and 6 moles of oxygen present in glucose. This will conclude my presentation on the mole concept. Thanks for your time, and thanks for listening.